Hello again, and welcome to my garden. And I'll continue reading from the London Year. This is part 97. The last part was quite long. Sorry about that, but I just wanted to get the whole picture. This will be much briefer. We are at part 97. The little incident with the discovered Polaroid just happened. Terry and Tess are in a bit of a trauma at the moment. Terry is definitely in the doghouse. And so I called Tess later that night. I had to beg that she not hang up. Told her I was surprised as she was about Timothy, about me and Timothy. She said again that she didn't want details. For sure, I wasn't going to draw her a picture. Mainly, I wanted to assure her that I wasn't having an affair with her best friend's brother. That it was an accident. It was an accident. It was Sebastian making a weird kind of threat. For sure, Tess was the wronged party, and I was so sorry. But I promised I wasn't seeing anyone. After a while, we both calmed down, and I agreed that she'd been right about Sebastian all along. And I promised again that I was done with him. Timothy was gone. There was no one else to be concerned about. Can't we still be Terry and Tess? I pleaded. She said she'd have to think about it, which at least wasn't a no. She had the right. We had an odd, paradoxically reasonable balance, Tess and me. It shuddered precariously at times, all my own undoing. But when we focused on only us, we remained surprisingly sound. Through it all, we still liked each other. I knew I wasn't my best when we were apart. I only hoped she felt the same and in time could look back, if not misty-eyed, then fondly enough. To make up, I bought tickets to see the great mime Lindsay Kemp in Flowers, a powerful and wordless theatrical retelling of Jean Genet's classic first novel, Our Lady of the Flowers. In hindsight, I might have chosen something decidedly less queer. Was I being passive-aggressive? I don't remember asking Tess if there was anything she'd like to see. Oblivious people don't know they're being oblivious because, well, they're oblivious. But because I well knew the novel on which Flowers was based, and if I was going to have one last London theatre experience, reviews said the play was a triumph. To my mind, at least, it had to be this one. In fact, I was so bowled over by the dreaminess, the theatricality, I went back to the book, inspired to write a movie version. To make it contemporary, my idea was to set it in New York in the time of Stonewall, with Divine as one of the fighting, and in her case doomed, drag queens. I envisioned a Warhol-era Joe D'Alessandro type as her hustler boyfriend darling. I'd call the whole thing Saint Divine. Trouble was, I hadn't read Our Lady of the Flowers in quite a long time. Meanwhile, others had picked up all its cues, rarely alas for the best. It had always pained me that John Waters appropriated the name of Genet's seraphic heroine in the form of a fat, shit-eating Baltimore drag queen. Nothing could be further from Genet's poetic vision. Then there was Fassbinder's Querelle, based on Genet's 1947 novel Querelle de Brest, with all the same homoerotic iconography, the sailors, the jail cells, the shadow cruising. Indeed, there were references to Genet in all the cool style corners these days, or those days. When I went back to actually reread the book, I realized the imagery had been totally co-opted, desecrated even, rendering Genet's queer dreams a series of cliches. I put my notes for a screenplay aside. Another dream over the dam. Okay, short and sweet. We'll continue tomorrow with part 98. Thank you for following along.